If you're exhausted right now and rest doesn't seem to help, this isn't a discipline problem. It's not about willpower. It's not about being tougher. And it's not because you're doing something wrong. It may be because you've been living past your capacity for longer than you realize. Many of us grow up absorbing the same message, that stopping is a risk, that rest has to be justified, and that slowing down means losing ground. We learn to equate progress with pressure. Long hours, short nights, constant effort. And over time, that pressure starts to feel normal, even when it's quietly costing you your health. Let me paint a familiar picture. You wake up already tired, not sleepy, depleted. Even before the day starts, your body feels heavy, your mind feels crowded. When you're not actively doing something, unease sets in. Rest doesn't feel restful. It feels like you're falling behind. So you tell yourself, just get through this week. Just handle this deadline. Then I'll breathe. But that pause keeps moving further away. There's always another task waiting, another expectation to meet, another reason to delay rest. I know this cycle well. And it's why today we're talking about how a culture built on constant hustle slowly empties people, even the most capable ones. On the surface, hustle culture looks impressive. Phrases like, outwork everyone, sleep later, never stop. At first, it feels empowering. You feel focused, driven, important. It feels like momentum. But momentum without recovery eventually turns into exhaustion. Because while short bursts of effort can move you forward, life isn't a sprint. It's a long stretch. And yet, many of us wear fatigue like a badge, as if running on empty proves dedication. But chronic tiredness isn't commitment. It's your system asking for relief. One of the most subtle harms of hustle culture is how it connects your worth to how much you produce. When you're busy, you feel valid. When you rest, you feel uneasy. As if stillness means you're slipping. But your value doesn't rise and fall with your output. You're not a device meant to run endlessly. You're a person with rhythms, with limits, and with a nervous system that needs care. Here's the paradox most people discover too late. The harder you push through depletion, the less effective you become. This is the moment many people miss. They don't fail because they stop. They fail because they never do. Let's step away from slogans and talk about what actually happens when rest is missing. Without enough recovery, your attention scatters. Your creativity dries up. Simple decisions feel heavier. You become reactive instead of thoughtful. Small stressors feel overwhelming. This isn't a mindset flaw. It's how the human body works. Rest isn't something you earn after you've finished everything. It's part of how anything meaningful gets done. Just like strength isn't built during exertion, it's built during recovery. What we rarely see online are the habits of people who last. Those who succeed over time don't just push harder. They protect their energy. They create margins. They stop before they're forced to. They understand that consistency comes from sustainability, not self-sacrifice. That's depletion wearing a disciplined mask. Imagine someone who keeps going at full speed. Long days, no breaks, life postponed for later. At first, they're proud of their endurance. Then, time passes. And when they finally reach a milestone, there's no satisfaction waiting there. Just numbness. Just fatigue. Even rest stops helping. Not because they're incapable of recovery, but because their system hasn't been allowed to reset. The body can heal, but only when it's given the space to do so. So here's a gentler question to consider. Instead of asking, how do I push myself more? Try asking, what helps me recover fully? Because growth doesn't come from more hours. It comes from better energy. Rest isn't stepping back from success. It's how you return with clarity, with resilience, and with direction. Here are a few shifts you can begin with. Stop defending your need for rest. It doesn't require permission. Treat breaks as essential, not optional. Learn to distinguish between lack of motivation and genuine fatigue. Listen to early signals from your body instead of waiting for collapse. Remember this: recovery isn't time wasted. It's performance preserved. You don't need to earn rest by breaking yourself first. And if you're feeling close to burnout right now, hear this clearly. That feeling isn't a personal failure. It's information. Your body isn't working against you. It's trying to keep you intact. The world will always push for more. Wisdom is knowing when enough is enough. You weren't meant to live at the edge of exhaustion. You were meant to experience life with presence, with energy, and with care for yourself along the way. Take a moment now. Notice what your body is telling you. Notice which part of this resonated most. Today, choose one small act of support. Not self-improvement, not self-correction. Just care. That's where real success begins. If this resonated with you, you're welcome to support the channel. A like or a subscription helps this space grow. More is coming when you're ready.